debating topic here, and frankly, this topic is a lot more about confusion and intent than it is about what we know really. I am talking about a circular that emerged today as the Tamil Nadu government raised it as an issue. A circular by the central government on sharing of the vaccine stocks and at what temperature these vaccines are stored. Now, this circular is dated 4th of June, but it's emerged now as the Tamil Nadu government said, why is the centre asking us to not share information? And the circular actually says that the EVIN system, which is the electronic portal, is used to track vaccine stocks in the country. The government says in this circular that the data generated by EVIN, the electronic vaccine portal, and this one is not for you and me, it's for the authorities to use. So the central government says the data generated by EVIN is owned by the Central Health Ministry, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And this data should not be shared in public domain. That before you share any part of this data, you need consent and permission from the central government. It's very, very sensitive information that gets generated by this portal. This is what was issued on 4th of June. But it only emerged today when first the state of Tamil Nadu and then the state of Delhi and their ministers raised the issue asking why are you gagging the states and telling them to not share information on vaccine stocks. But let me also point this out. When the Prime Minister announced that the centre will take over the procurement of vaccines again, back from the states, the centre issued a new set of guidelines. If you remember, it was a big story 2 days ago. So on 8th of June, when the centre issued these new set of guidelines that said that the centre will procure all the vaccines and they will give it to the states have to tell how much has to be given to private hospitals and they will give it to the private hospitals. When that order came through, in that order, the centre said that we will tell the states in advance how much vaccine you will get. We will try and tell them a month in advance how many vaccines you're going to get. And the states should inform the public about the availability. The states should put the data of stocks in public domain and disseminate it amongst the people. So now I'm confused. Which one of these stands? We also tried to find out from the government today. And obviously the central government reacted to the states now raking up this issue. But they did not deny the validity of the June 4th order. They in fact went to defend the June 4th order. And then they said that this is extremely important because this information is sensitive. The information which is available on the electronic portal should not be shared. So there was a detailed defense that the government came out with today. So which is it? Can the states share the data? Can they not share the data? Is there some kind of a differentiation on what kind of data can they share? And do the states really know about it? And why should they not be sharing this information with the public? Why should they not? Why don't I have a right to know how many vaccine doses are left in a district, in the state? When will the next stock come? Why should I not know this? Let's say good evening to Harish Khurana of the BJP, Captain Shalini Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party, Saravanan of the DMK, Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, joins us this evening, and Mr. Javed Ansari, senior journalist, also with us. Mr. Ansari, I want to start off with you. Frankly, often these government circulars now scare me because they say one thing and they mean something completely different. Now, we've run around trying to read between the lines, trying to read the language, understand the language of the June 4th order, the June 8th order, and the clarification which has come today. And all three documents or statements seem to be telling us three different stories. So, how do we understand or interpret this issue?
Look, actually, frankly, this is beyond understanding. I've been trying to get my head around this. What is the state secret? What is so sensitive? Does this jab data, what does it contain? I mean, to a layman's mind, it contains how many vaccines are available, how many were available, how many have been used, how many are now left. What more is there? I mean, we are not sharing the location of our nuclear arsenal. We are not sharing where our Rafale jets are stationed. We are not sharing any state secret. So why on earth just make it all the more difficult? The government, all governments, I don't mean just the union governments, all governments, especially the bureaucracy, they excel in making life difficult, not just for themselves, but also for the people. By investing so much of secrecy, so making it sound as if this is some major, operation underway, you're just lending some, trying to build a myth around this. It is just simple. COVID just contains how many jabs are available, how many have been used, and how many more to go. That's about it. Unless, of course, the government knows something which we are not supposed to know, then it's absolutely a different story.
Yeah, I mean, and Gautam Mukherjee, the defense that was put out by the government today says some media reports have highlighted the letter of the Union Health Ministry to states regarding the even inventory and temperature data. Government's advice to obtain permission before sharing the data and analytics is solely to prevent any misuse of this data by various agencies for commercial purpose. Now, I know that the latest saying is that data is the new oil, but what commercial benefit are we hoping to get out of our vaccine stocks and temperatures?
Well, Tanvi, it's as usual, bureaucracies is very difficult throughout this, whether it's the lockdown or the unlockdown or the curfew or the vaccine stocks and their method of distribution. It's been a mysterious and a convoluted process. I talked to a policeman who found me when I was going to, do some work in a bank. And I said, the bank is open and I'm going there. He says, look, my heart bleeds for you, but I've been told to find you. And so I'll find you. Have you got an identity card? Have you got, electronic pass? You don't? Well, I have to find you. And 2,000 rupees, I was fine. So what is happening here is, one is typical bureaucracies, which, you can read one of these government circulars throughout this period. You can read it twice, 3 times, and you only kind of get it. They use a certain language and a methodology that only they can interpret. I think part of it is to deliberately stay open-ended so that, there's no blame apportioned. The other part of it, which is just a guess on my part, is that there is a mechanism by which it is decided by the center how many vaccines to send to which state. Now, this, of course, is a hot potato, because the basis of this is something that the center controls. Is it based on population density? Is it based on the area of the place? And so on and so forth. Third is utilization, because you've got a lot of, acceptance in some of the cities and not so much in some of the smaller towns and villages where people have very strange notions about what this vaccines and the various kinds of vaccines and what they might do to you. And then there is the actual information on some people having reactions, including blood clots and so forth. So it's a situation of all of this. But if the central government is reiterating 3 times not to let it out, my vote is probably it is to do with how much is distributed to whom.
Okay, how much is distributed to whom, and to avoid any debate and controversy over it, perhaps that's why it's taking place. Saravanan, quite possible, because the order is dated June 4th. And between June 1st and June 6th is when Tamil Nadu was fighting with the central government on how many vaccines do they have, how many have they used, when is the next lot going to come. PIB went ahead and did a fact check on the Tamil Nadu government's claims of running out of vaccines.
Tanvi, we had this Official Secrets Act enacted in the year 1923. We have passed 100 years. Probably the BJP is trying to take 100 years back. We have come into the Right to Information regime. 2005, the Right to Information Act has been passed, and every governmental decision has to be transparent, unless it compromises national security. Probably they will brand you and me if we're going to talk about this as anti-nationals. It is a devious attempt to ensure that no questions are asked about the inefficiency of the union government to procure vaccines, to procure enough vaccines. And there is a lot of cry about how they are allotting the vaccines to different states. For example, in the last 10 days, Gujarat has vaccinated 22 lakh people. 22 lakh doses of vaccine has been roughly put in Gujarat. In the same timeline in the last 10 days of June, in Tamil Nadu, only around 8.5 lakh doses of vaccines are put. So probably to avoid these kind of comparisons and how the union government is acting in a biased manner to the states where they are ruling. That is the reason why they have brought in this kind of an order. And we have only around 1,060 vaccines today. That is what our health minister has put out in the public domain. This is only to whitewash. And when there is this is another devious attempt to ensure that the blame is put on the state government. When there is no enough material, not enough data to show what the central government has given to a state government, it will become easy for all the BJP spokespersons across the country to go blame the state government rather than finding fault with the union government in not procuring enough vaccines. We all know how the union government has been a total failure in this vaccination drive. And the Prime Minister 2 days back has come and said that vaccination will be free. The vaccination is not yet free. Only 75% of the vaccines will be procured by the union government. The rest is still with the private companies, the private hospitals. Nowhere in the world they are charging for vaccines, whatever may be the country. And this is a country where we were giving, even 50 years back, we were giving vaccines free.
Okay,
and
so I don't want to, Saravanan, I know you have a point which is very much debatable. We've had a series of debates on free versus paid vaccines and what our policy is. Let's stick to the point we have right now. We are trying to understand, Harish Khurana, what is the intent behind this circular to tell the states don't share information? What information should not be shared and why?
Tanvi, let's not read between the lines. We have received this order on 4th of June. Has there any difference between made any since 4th or until date? We are receiving the same information what we are receiving on 4th of June. We are receiving the Aam Aadmi Party, I'm talking particularly in Delhi, Aam Aadmi Party health vaccination bulletin daily. Have there any changes in that? The only thing is there, Center has said, with our consent, please issue. They have not stopped stop anyone to release the data. They've only said, please take our consent before releasing it. That's it. We are receiving since 4th of June. As you said, this gag order, so-called gag order has came on 4th of June. There is no difference between 4th June till today. The release of the data are as same as there. We have already committed that before 2021, all of country major people will be having the data. Will be having the vaccination by end of this year. 120 crore people will be having a vaccination. That is our commitment we have given to the country. So please concentrate, everybody, whether it's Delhi, whether it's Tamil Nadu, let's fulfill their duty, what they have been assigned for. And their duty has been assigned, receive the vaccination from the central government and put it down the line as people come to you and have the vaccination required. I'll give you a small data for Delhi government. Since January 2021 till March, the vaccination which has been given to them, 19.1 lakh vaccination was not being taken care of and 1.8 lakh was wasted. I'll give you, if you want to have a monthly data, I'll give it to you. In January, they have received 7.1 lakh data, 1 lakh vaccination. Only 60,000 people were vaccinated. So my point is this, whatever the duty has been given by central government to you, please fulfill that without any politics in this. My point is only this.
No, but it's not about politics, Captain Shalini Singh. It's about understanding what the order is. Yeah, Saravanan, I'll come back to you. Let the AAP representative also make her point. Captain Shalini Singh, what is your government and party's interpretation of this circular? Do you have clarity from the government?
Tanvi, so they have clearly said, Harish Khurana ji has clearly said that consent has to be taken. We all just fail to understand what is there that the consent they required when we are releasing the vaccination bulletin every day for public to know. What is there to hide with the public? And why do they want that their consent should be taken? There is nothing so secretive in this data. The vaccines are to be administered to people, the citizens of this country. And you don't want to tell them that how much vaccine availability is with the states. How much every state can administer to its citizens. Why are they trying to hide this? And why are they... It's like a dictatorship that we are in a democratic setup, but they are trying to become a dictatorial setup. Why are they asking that we should take consent when we have been releasing bulletin every day? Why? Because people want to know how much stock we have, how much every day we can give. Till date, we have given 47,978. Yesterday we have given 47,978 vaccines to people all over Delhi. So every day we tell how much vaccine of Covishield, Covaxin, how many days we have availability. So basis on that, people take their slots. People find it convenient to go ahead and take the booking and calculate the days. The difference they have to keep. So they have to explain that why suddenly they come out with this kind of a letter.
Point taken. Harish Khurana, note down your response. Keep it in mind. 1 minute. Let Saravanan also make his point, and then you can respond to both of them. Mr. Khurana, I'll give you due time to respond to both of them. Let Saravanan also speak. Yeah.
See, Tanvi, yet another important aspect is about what Shalini Singh was saying. Consent. What is the union government thinking? Why should we get consent from them for doing anything? This is not, the union is not the headmaster and we are not the pupils. They are probably, maybe the union is first among the equals, or as rightly pointed out by our leaders, the union is comprised of the states. What is this business of getting concern from the union? For getting this concern, see, we in Tamil Nadu, we had an integrated vaccine complex built around, spending around 500 crores. It is lying unused for the last 6 or 7 years. We wrote to the union government on 27th May. Please give us, allow us. Please, you manufacture vaccines there, or allow us to manufacture vaccines and find suitable partners. There is no response from the union government on this letter. This is how the union government is treating all the urgent issues. And now on top of that, they want to get concerned. We want to release data. See, this is one aspect. The other aspect is being on what basis, on what rational basis is order letter being written. How it will improve the vaccination drive, or how it will affect the vaccination drive? Is this something of national security? Everybody knows. Every man, every reasonable man knows what is the temperature at which a vaccine is stored. And you are saying, please don't release this data.
So let's try and understand that. Correct.
Why do you want?
So my only point is,
yes.
Tanvi, my only point is, the order came on 4th of June.
Yes.
As Shalini ji has already stated that yesterday, today figure, she has already stated that. And we are receiving the vaccination bulletin daily. Does it make any difference?
So why was the order issued? What was the point? I am genuinely, Mr. Khurana, trying to understand the intent of the order.
That is my point. Is everything is going all right? Why are you politicizing it?
But why? Because your order is creating confusion. I mean, your order is creating confusion. Are you suggesting that the states willingly... 1 minute. Are you suggesting that the states willingly disregard a central government circular or order and go ahead and do what they want without really bothering to find out why this order was issued? We can't ask the states to do that.
My only point is this. Only how many states were opposing it? Only Delhi and Tamil Nadu. Has anybody came out and saying we are not going to follow this? My only point is this, because they have a habit. Aam Aadmi Party is having a habit of doing the politics on this. The duty, but I've given a data, 19.1 lakh vaccination was not being given to the people.
Yeah.
Which is given by the central government. What is the answer of this? January, February, March, 19.1 lakh. This is a big figure. I don't have a Tamil Nadu figure right now with me, but I have a Delhi figure with me. 1.1 lakh is not a small figure, Tanvi. The central government has given you a vaccination. You have not done the vaccination to the people of 19.1 lakh. This is not a small figure. So my only point
okay,
is...
I want to go back to our experts, but a quick response from Captain Shalini on this. Yes.
I'm always very amused that whenever they sit, it is a national immunization program, but they always sit with only Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal data, and they have nothing beyond that. And the letter, I think, which they have released for June, it's all this and not for Aam Aadmi Party or Arvind Kejriwal government. So again, the point is, they should, every day they are coming up with some new order. They have no strategy. They have no plan. They are just releasing orders. They are just rolling out things to confuse people, to harass the governments, and not let them work in sync. They are just breaking the...
Shalini,
please don't.
Shalini, you having just 2.1. Listen. Don't say it wrong, na. Don't say it wrong on the national channel.
Okay.
My only point is you have a 2.1% population, but you have 58 lakhs vaccination till date. This is the way. I mean, central government is already supporting you.
No, okay. Listen, let's just be honest. Whichever state is getting however many doses, they're all using them. Nobody is, for fun, sitting on these vaccine doses, waiting for them to get wasted. None of the states are doing that. Everybody just wants more and more. It really depends on how much supply is there, which isn't enough right now. But if I can just go back to Mr. Javed Ansari and then to Gautam Mukherjee. Mr. Ansari, even if the intent really is to not have political fights, tu-tu-me-me over how many vaccines were given, especially now because the center is in charge of the entire procurement and the center will be allocating them. This order is not going to serve the purpose. Like Harish Khurana said, nobody seems to be following it to begin with any which ways.
In fact, after what Harish Khurana said, there is very little to be said. That this order is actually meaningless. He says, how on earth is anything making a difference? This order exists in paper, but nothing has changed. And I must say, I'm very happy to see that Harish Khurana ji, like his father, argues a bad point very vigorously. He does his best to defend him. I had the good fortune of covering Madan Lal Khurana ji for many years, and Harish ji, I'm very happy to be sharing screen space with you. I admire the vigor and the energy that you put into defending a bad case. Fine, well enough. But I mean, this is an order, let's just say without offending anybody, this is an order that we could have all done without. I mean, it's meaningless, not worth the paper it's written on. It's neither here nor there. The bureaucracy, I'm sure, has many better things to do, more pressing needs to cater to, rather than issue one diktat after the other, which actually is meaningless.
Yes, Gautam Mukherjee, would you like to add to that? This is not going to stop the state political fights. It won't stop Maharashtra from saying, oh, you gave me lesser than Gujarat, even though my caseload is 2 times that of Gujarat. Or it's not going to start Tamil Nadu from saying that, look at the number of vaccines you're giving to UP. Just because they're going to elections, you're not giving me enough. That will still continue irrespective.
Yeah, I think it's rather ham-fisted and misguided to issue such circulars, because all anybody has to do is leak it. He doesn't even have to, do it himself. He just says, I don't know where this came into the public domain, but there it is. Now, to not be sort of niggardly about the whole thing, let's just rewind and talk of the last month and a half during which many of the opposition states thought they could do better. They fell on their faces, couldn't get one vaccine from anyone, threatened the few people who were making vaccines here. For example, the SII people, who felt so threatened that he pushed off to England so that he wouldn't have to listen to 12 and 1 o'clock calls from the Maharashtra government people. Now, this is what's going on. Now, then the central government says, look, I'll give you the vaccines free of charge like you want for the entire population above the age of 18, almost 200 crores worth of vaccines, 200 crores numbers. Now, obviously, the two people who are making it, and the third one, which should be coming on stream shortly, apart from Sputnik and any of the others from abroad who may or may not come in, after all of this rigmarole on indemnities, we are going to eventually, according to the government, the central government, inoculate everybody by December.
What?
Obviously, the flow is not going to be all that vigorous right away. It will build up as it goes on. Now, since the central government seems to have scored a point by saying, look, yes, all right, I'll give it to you for free. And please don't waste it, don't distribute it badly, don't black market it, etc. That reference to commercial, I think, is an oblique reference to black marketing, which has gone on even between 2020 and now, not only in vaccines, but in medicines, in beds, you name it, oxygen.
Oh, for sure. When it comes to the other products, absolutely. When it comes to vaccines, yet to see larger impact of it. Maybe it is that. Let me say this. As I thank my panelists, I also do want to read out what the government's 8th June policy says, the new one that came out after Prime Minister Modi addressed the nation. And there it says that the government will provide states advance information of vaccine doses to be supplied to them, and the states should similarly further allocate doses well in advance to districts and vaccination centers. They should also put it in the public domain, the information about the above availability at district and vaccination center level, and widely disseminate this amongst the local population. So two arms of the government seems to be writing two very different sort of instructions and sending them out to the state governments. This is what causes confusion. Now, I feel the government needs to come out and tell us which ones are the states supposed to follow. To what extent are the states supposed to share information publicly about how many vaccine doses do they have, which brand of doses do they have, how many are available in the center, how many are coming next week, tomorrow, or even a month later. This information must be shared with the public. If there is something more than this that the central government is concerned about, they need to come out and clarify before more states pick this up and become confused about exactly what do these circulars mean. Thank you for joining us.